That strange tiredness you keep blaming on stress. That breathlessness that shows up during normal things. That flutter in your chest you noticed once, then tried to forget. A lot of people think serious health problems arrive out of nowhere, but many times they do not. Many times the body gives signs first. Small ones, easy ones to dismiss. The kind that blend into your normal life so well that you stop seeing them as warnings. You tell yourself you are overthinking. You say, maybe it is stress. Maybe you did not sleep well. Maybe you just need water. Maybe it is nothing. And sometimes, yes, it is nothing serious. But sometimes it is the beginning of something your body has been trying to tell you for a long time. This is for the people who keep saying, I'm sure I'm fine, while quietly feeling like something has not been right for a while. Sign 1. Fatigue that feels different. Not just being tired after a long day. I mean, the kind of tiredness that does not make sense. You sleep, but still wake up drained. Simple things feel heavier than they should. By the middle of the day, your body already feels done. A lot of people normalize this, especially when life is busy. They think that is just adulthood. That is just stress. But when tiredness becomes constant, when it starts feeling like your body is struggling to keep up with normal life, that is worth paying attention to. Because sometimes exhaustion is not laziness. Sometimes it is a signal. Sign 2. Getting out of breath too easily. Not after intense exercise. Not after running. Walking upstairs. Walking, talking, and suddenly needing a deeper breath than usual. That kind of breathlessness is easy to overlook because it can come and go. You notice it for a second, then the moment passes. Then you move on. But your body notices what you keep brushing aside. When ordinary things start feeling harder physically, it matters. Sign 3. Swelling you keep ignoring. Your feet look a little puffy. Your fingers feel slightly tight. Your ankles look different by the end of the day. It is subtle, not dramatic, not painful enough to alarm you, so you move on. But changes like that can be one of those quiet, physical signs people live with for months without ever bringing up. And that is what makes subtle symptoms tricky. They do not always scare you. They just stay. Sign 4. Brain fog you cannot explain. You lose your words mid-sentence. You enter a room and forget why you went there. You read something and realize nothing went in. You feel mentally slow, disconnected, a little unlike yourself. People joke about this all the time. They blame stress, screen time, lack of sleep, age, too much going on. And yes, those things can play a role. But when your mind keeps feeling cloudy and it starts becoming your normal, that deserves attention too. Because sometimes the body does not only warn through pain. Sometimes it warns through change. Sign 5. A heartbeat that feels off. A flutter, a skip, a sudden race in your chest that makes you pause. Not always painful, not always dramatic. Just strange enough to notice. A lot of people experience that once and instantly explain it away. Too much caffeine, anxiety, stress, lack of sleep, and sometimes they are right. But sometimes that off feeling in your chest is one of those things you should not keep ignoring, especially when it keeps happening. Here is the part that makes this difficult. None of these signs look like the emergency scenes people imagine. They are quiet. They are ordinary. They are easy to live around. That is why people miss them. Because most people are not ignoring their bodies on purpose. They just do not realize that the body often starts small. A whisper. Then a repeat. Then a pattern. And sometimes people only connect the dots later after the problem has grown into something harder to ignore. That is the frightening part. Not that the body says nothing, but that it often says something softly, and softly is easy to dismiss. So what do you do with this? Not panic. Not assume the worst. Not scare yourself. You pay closer attention. You stop treating every strange change like it is automatically nothing. You stop dismissing what keeps repeating. You stop calling every signal stress just because stress feels like the easiest explanation. You get curious about your body. You ask questions. You notice patterns. You speak up sooner. Because catching something early often starts with one simple choice: taking your own body seriously. And sometimes the difference between it came out of nowhere and we caught it in time is that someone finally stopped brushing off the quiet signs. So let me ask you this. What is one thing your body has been doing lately that you have been trying to ignore?